I'm Greg Beros, your host, Councillor for Oak Ridges, here in the beautiful municipality of Richmond Hill. Today we're on Lake Wilcox, one of the largest kettle lakes in the Oak Ridges moraine area. Many people come here from all over the region just to enjoy the park areas and the waterfront also. We're going to be talking today specifically about the environment of Lake Wilcox. How can we clean it up? What's the municipality doing? What can the residents do to help? We're here today with Dan Oling from the town of Richmond Hill, and we're going to go out in the lake like we talked about. We're going to see what there is to see. We've got a bunch of equipment here. We're going to do some testing, and we're going to report to today's condition of the lake.
We're going to head out to the deepest part of the lake. That's where we do our monitoring every 2 weeks from May to October. Okay. And we've been doing that since 1995. This is one of the longest lake monitoring records in Ontario. The lake is at a stable state right now, but it needs some help still. Around 1995, 1996, the lake was going downhill fast.
So is it safe to say that from 1995, 96, things are getting better, but there's still a lot to be done?
The lake is marginally improving. I think the important thing is it's not getting worse.
Although we've grown quite a bit in the area, there's a lot of new houses, there's a lot more traffic.
Absolutely.
We're still holding our own.
We're holding our own. It's slightly improving, if anything.
And it's even getting better. That's
yeah,
good,
a little
that's
bit better.
Good to hear.
But we want to take it better. We want to take it back to the state where it can self-sustain itself, but we don't have to be actively managing it like we have been.
And is there anything you can attribute to the decline?
Well, the main reason for the decline was nutrients, was phosphorus from septic systems, from farming activities. It used to be the lake wasn't on a sewer system, and so when people it was cottage country, and if people put in improper septic systems, they went right into the lake. It's one of the first measurements we take when we come out monitoring each time. It's called the Secchi depth, not sucky depth, Secchi depth. And what it is, it's a very basic measurement of water quality and water clarity. The whole idea is that the more nutrients you have in the water, the more algae there is in the water, and the greener the water is, and the harder it is for light to penetrate. So by lowering the Secchi disc, which Greg is holding his hand down, until it disappears, you can get a sense of how far the light is penetrating into the water, how clear the water is, and really how healthy the lake is. So Greg's going to lower this over the side, and here's Greg. He's going past 3. Still see it there, Greg?
I can just see it there, yeah.
Yeah, a little further down. Just keep going until
3.
it just disappears. You let me know when.
I've lost it now.
Lost it. Okay.
We're at the blue. Looks like that's about 4 meters.
4 meters. 4 meters. That's a nice clear reading. A couple of years ago, we had the clearest water clarities on record in the last 10 years. It was amazing, and we tried to figure out why is the water so clear. We were averaging 5 and 6 meters for a month and a half from May till the middle of June. And the reason was we had a really dry spring. And there wasn't much rain coming down when people typically put fertilizers on their lawn. And as a result, the lake was doing great. And that's all part of what we're asking residents to do when we say we'd like them to naturalize the end of their lakefront properties. The next thing we want to do is we want to get water from different levels in the lake. We actually want to take water from the bottom of the lake in sort of a long straw. This is the best way to do it. This is called a Van Dorn bottle. So you take this, you lower it to the depth that you want it to be. You drop a weight and it would trigger that. So here, let's take a look at this. The plunger's closed on it, and now you've got your water sample from whatever depth. We take the sample of the water and we actually submit it to the Ministry of Environment, to their lab for analysis. Dan's just inside right now. He's taking some measurements in the water. So why don't we go on in and see what it's all about. Dan, I'm looking around. There's all kinds of green bins here. The building isn't really what I expected, but why don't you explain to me what they all do? Absolutely. Well, this is a pilot phosphex treatment system. It uses a technology developed here at the University of Waterloo to remove phosphorus from water. So seeing is believing. Can we pull some samples here and take a look at the water before and after? This is coming from the bottom of the lake down at 16 meters deep, and I'm actually just going to pass it to you, Greg, there to take a look at it. Oh, so you can see it's kind of there's stuff floating around in it. Yeah. And oh, it stinks. Yeah, absolutely. The water at the bottom of the lake, it doesn't have any oxygen in it. There's some particulates in it, and there's a lot of phosphorus in it. Here's the clean stuff. So it'll take a second for this bottle to fill up.
So this is actually being filtered through the system right now.
This is actually water that's real-time running through the system right now. It's been in the system for about 6 hours, so it's gone through each of the tanks. And here we'll pull it up. You'll see that it's nice and clear.
Looks a lot better. There's no floating stuff in it, and smells good.
Smells good, absolutely.
Or there's actually no smell, but much better. This is the town of Richmond Hill, the Ministry of the Environment, and the University of Waterloo, all working together on bleeding-edge technology to hopefully be able to change the health of lakes, not just in Oak Ridges, not just in Richmond Hill, but all over the world. Well, this is a very exciting, very informative time. I want to thank you very much for joining me today, Dan.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
Yep.